Jason Momoa rages on Amber Heard for destroying his career. Jason Momoa and Amber Heard had a strained relationship on the set of Aquaman, according to Heard. She claims that between takes, she liked to read by herself. But Momoa was such an attention hog that he would tear pages out of her books so that she would be forced to interact with him. She also made a point of purchasing an ebook in the run-up to Aquaman 2, so he could not do it to her a second time. Heard has also, in the past, had a public feud with Momoa's stepdaughter, Zoe Kravitz. Hello everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Celebrity Recap. Today I'm going to talk about the Jason Momoa rages on Amber Heard for destroying his career, and much more. So let's get started. Now, I'm not calling Heard a liar, and Momoa hasn't denied it, but I can't imagine they're particularly friendly, whether Heard is telling the truth or not. Concerns had, however, allegedly been raised during the Aquaman production about the poor chemistry between the two. Momoa has since jumped upon the Amber Turd hashtag bandwagon, calling his co-star her derogatory sobriquet along with much of the internet. Publicly, he has neither explicitly supported Depp nor has he joked about the situation. He did start following Depp on Instagram as well as Heard, whereas before he had only followed Heard. But this could easily be a calculated PR move rather than an indication of his personal opinions. Amber Heard released a statement through her publicist shortly following the jury's decision to award her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, $15 million in damages in his defamation case against the Aquaman actress. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband, Heard said in her statement. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously, she continued. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK, Heard noted. I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American, to speak freely and openly. Jason Momoa pushed for Amber Heard to be in the Aquaman sequel, according to testimony from an industry consultant. During the Depp vs. Heard defamation trial on Monday, entertainment industry expert Catherine Arnold testified that Heard was able to remain in the upcoming movie only because Momoa, the film's lead, and director James Wan were adamant that she was in the film. Heard was first introduced as Mira, Aquaman's love interest in the 2017 film Justice League, before becoming a protagonist in 2018's Aquaman. According to Arnold, the first draft for the sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, gave Mira a, quote, strong romantic arc and some great action sequences. Heard only found out her role had shrunk when she arrived on set and after having trained 5 hours a day for several months with the trainer to do this big action sequence, Arnold said. The role was radically reduced from what it was in the script, and what she even trained for while she was preparing for the movie, Arnold continued. Earlier this month, Heard testified in court that she had a heavily reduced role in the Aquaman sequel after fighting to stay in the movie. I fought really hard to stay in the movie. They didn't want to include me in the film, the actress said on May 16. Heard went on to say that when she finally locked in the role for the sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, out March 2023, it was a very pared-down version of that role, quote-unquote. Amber Heard didn't have chemistry with Jason Momoa in Aquaman. DC Films chief Walter Hamada denied actor Amber Heard's claims that her role in the upcoming superhero movie Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was pared down because of her ongoing legal troubles with ex-husband Johnny Depp. Hamada said that the decision was made because Heard didn't have chemistry with star Jason Momoa. Depp has sued Heard for an op-ed that she wrote in 2018 in which she claimed to have been assaulted by an unnamed partner. Heard has countersued. During the ongoing trial, Heard said that the legal troubles and allegations have damaged her career, and that her role in the second Aquaman film was reduced because of it. She also said that she, quote, fought hard to keep her job, and that Warner Bros. Wanted to remove her entirely. Incidentally, Warner Bros. Asked Depp to bow out of the third Fantastic Beasts movie for reasons pertaining to the case. They didn't have a lot of chemistry together, Hamada testified, refuting Heard's allegations about the reason behind her role being reduced. The reality is it's not uncommon on movies for two leads to not have chemistry, and it's sort of movie magic and editorial. The ability to put performances with the magic of a great score and how you put the pieces together, you can fabricate that chemistry. At the end of the day, when you watch the movie, it looks like they have great chemistry. But I just know that through the course of post-production, it took a lot of effort to get there. Sometimes you just put characters together on the screen and they work. It's like what makes a movie star a movie star. You know it when you see it. The chemistry wasn't there. This one was more difficult because of a lack of chemistry between the two. This is in line with what Heard's agent had previously testified as the reason that Warner Brothers gave them for reducing her role. "I had to fight really hard to keep my career," Heard testified on May 17. "After I got my temporary restraining order, I lost opportunities. I got canceled from jobs. I got dropped from a campaign I had shot. I fought to keep my job in the biggest movie opportunity I had to date, Justice League, with the option Aquaman." She added, "I was given a script, then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it, that depicted my character and another character, without giving any spoilers away, two characters fighting with one another. They basically took a bunch out of my role. They just removed a bunch," end quote. But potential spoilers were given away by expert witness Catherine Arnold, who said that Heard told her details about the film's plot and how she had been removed from a climactic action sequence for what she had trained for 5 months. "I believe that in the first act of the movie, she was injured somehow, or it had something to do with a baby," she said according to Entertainment Weekly, suggesting that Aquaman and Queen Mira, Heard's character, have a baby in the sequel. She added that Mira ends up in the hospital early in this new Aquaman 2 movie and doesn't really come out until the end to kind of wrap things up. All the interactions with Momoa's character and certainly the action scenes were taken out. According to Arnold, Aquaman was Heard's A Star is Born moment, but instead of it being a springboard for her career, she was nearly cut from the sequel. Heard only kept a role because Jason Momoa, Heard's co-star, and the film's director James Wan committed to her and were adamant she was in the film, claimed Arnold, who spoke with Heard as part of her preparation for testifying. According to Arnold, in the first draft of Aquaman 2, her character Mira had a strong romantic arc the entire film, and some great action sequences. Heard trained 5 hours a day for several months to do the sequences, but when she got to the set, a costume designer told her that her role had been diminished. And with that, we have come to the end of our video. Share your thoughts about the video in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.